Hello everybody, happy Wednesday. Today is another full day of meals, except I did not show breakfast because Luke is still asleep. It is 9:30 and I did not eat breakfast. I just had coffee. What I like to put in my coffee is I put some collagen in. I used my coffee and I used my cashew milk and a little MTC oil, which is all supposed to rev up the metabolism. And the collagen's supposed to help with hair and nails and all of that stuff. So that's kind of like a meal to me. I never want to eat until way later in the day. And then Katie made eggs for her and the baby, and Charles, I heated him up a breakfast burrito real quick this morning. He has a luncheon today with work and he's on sites and meetings and stuff. So he'll be home though around 2:30, but he did not need a lunch because he's taking people out to lunch today. So that's all right, free lunch, right? Every bit helps. But something I wanted to touch on. When I left my ex-husband, 11 years ago, and I left with just my 5 little babies and pretty much what I could pack in a tiny U-Haul with some minimal bedding, that type of stuff. I mean, minimal furniture. It was the most freeing, wonderful experience. And I feel like I live in such chaos and clutter. Like today we are staying home and cleaning again. And like every other day, it is clean, clean, clean. So for the rest of this month, I am challenging myself. I'm gonna put 10 items in a box, period, get rid of it, drop it off at Goodwill at the end of each week. They're in there, I never see them again. Whether it be a book, a stuffed animal, a toy, whatever. And I'm going to do that as long for the rest of the month, and then I will decide if I want to do it a whole nother month. But I really want to start getting rid of some of the junk and the chaos, because I wasn't that way when I was younger, but as I'm older, the chaos drives me crazy. The clutter, the stuff, everywhere stuff drives me crazy. And Charles is the organization king, but you can only find stuff, you know, so many ways to put stuff. And when you have 9 people living in a house, there is a lot of stuff, all the time stuff. So I am really going to make a commitment for the rest of this month to get some stuff out. Now, I will not tell Charles about it because he is a hoarder. Of course, he doesn't care if I get rid of books and toys and stuff. He'd say get rid of all of it. But he is a hoarder as far as he likes to keep stuff, because he will repurpose stuff. And he really does repurpose it. He's not one of those, you know, that just sets it somewhere and says, I'll repurpose that one day. He really, truly does. He repurposes everything, which is fabulous. But I want to get rid of stuff. And when we finally get our homestead, he is going to have a shed that he can keep stuff in, and I'm going to have a house free of stuff. So anyway, I just want to point that out, because not that I'm going like full out minimalist or anything like that. I definitely was before Charles and I got together, but I am just trying to declutter and get rid of stuff so that I can feel free. But I am also on my way to the P.O. box on the same note, because I got a message that there is a package. So I want to go see this package, get it, and bring it home. I actually got a message that it was there yesterday, but we were so busy yesterday with the doctor and everything. We are not going to the pool today. We're just cleaning again. Girls will be home here soon. My mother's gonna drop them off. So we show you school with Luke, just hanging around the house, doing stuff. The girls are felting. We'll just show you stuff, just day in life kind of stuff, and what I'll eat. Dinner, I'm not sure. You know, I thought about making a beef Wellington, but it's got a mushroom sauce. And my family, I love mushrooms, but my family does not like mushrooms. So I haven't really thought about it. I might make some kind of like, still like burger patties and put them in the puff pastry, kind of like a Wellington, but minus the mushrooms, and serve it with a gravy and mashed potatoes. It's kind of where I'm leaning for tonight. That just sounded good, and I know that they're kind of wanting a mashed potato hearty meal. So that might be where I go with that. And dessert, I have no idea what I'm making yet. I might have the girls make it. So I'll let you know. All right, let's get going. I'm gonna go to the P.O. box, and then we'll see what happens. Okay, so I'm at the P.O. box. I just got it. I'm gonna go on and open it now, you guys. I hear it sloshing. I know what it is, and I've been out of bubbly. And I don't want some bubbly. So whoever this is, I'll tell you in a minute. I love you because I've been going through it all. Yay! It is a variety pack. Can you guys see a variety pack of bubbly? Alright guys, it didn't tell me who it's from. So thank you so much. I love you. I love you. And I'm about to tear into this. And real quick before I leave YouTube, real quick before I leave the P.O. box, I just wanted to say, don't think I hide things from Charles, because that so came out wrong, and I don't ever hide anything from Charles. In fact, I will tell him just after I get rid of stuff, because I don't want him to be like, oh, but one day we might use that, because he won't miss it when it's gone. And you might think, well, doesn't he watch your videos? Well, no, he doesn't, because he lives that life, so he doesn't need to. He edits them with me, so when it's something I don't want him to see or hear, then I just put my headphones in so he can't hear what I said or did. And then what I do is then when he edits with me, he does though read every comment. He reads them every night while I'm editing, so just know he does read all y'all's comments, and sometimes he will even comment back, but he will sign it Charles. All right, now I'm headed home. It's humongous. I'm trying to let you see. I don't know why it's not flying away yet, but it is the biggest one that I've seen around here. And now it's just perching. We've had a lot of hawks around here lately. Oh, it's a vulture. So here's this huge vulture sitting on our swing set. I think it's a vulture. Kate says it's a vulture. There it goes. That was so cool, but Kate said it brought a mouse into our yard and was eating it. She saw it from the window. So, I got to find this dead mouse. Now, it's like the yard's coming back alive. It's like everything froze in dead silence. Now, all the little birds are tweeting and the squirrels are jumping about. Like, it had to be silent until then. So let me see if there's anything left, because I definitely don't want the kids getting it. But how cool is that? So cool. Okay, out at the apple trees. Look, they're starting to turn red a little bit. We have like just a couple of them turning red. Okay, so I did pick up a couple things for groceries this week, but still I spent $12. But I grabbed some puff pastry and some cherries and grapes, and actually and a head of broccoli. So cherries were on sale, grapes were on sale, and the puff pastry is because, yes, I could make my own and I could do all that, but I really want to get the house picked up. And it's just one of those days I don't really feel like being in the kitchen, like scratch cooking non-stop. I'll still be in the kitchen for a while tonight, just making dinner. So that is what's going on with that. And I just sat down because my kitchen needs cleaned. As you can see, before I can do anything, I'm gonna make some tuna salad with my homemade mayonnaise. That's so good. And Kate and I are gonna have that on some lettuce. That's about it for lunch. We just, like I said, snacked on some pistachios because it's noon. And the girls, Mom's gonna run them up to the pool so that they can swim some without, you know, like dictating what time we leave and that kind of stuff. You know, they love playing with Luke, don't get me wrong, they adore Luke. But without Luke and Theo there, they can just go and swim and play and jump off the diving board and not have to worry about anything. So she's gonna take them to go do that while I get all the cleaning done. That's the plan. Luke is just chilling on his computer. So, not that that's such a bad thing. I'm not taking over there because he has this noise going crazy. But he is working on latitude and longitude, and he is trying to develop planets on the computer. So when he is done, I'll see if he'll let me show you that, but he's trying to do all this planet stuff, which is fabulous and learning, and we're doing astronomy anyway, so I'm good with all that. And he will do school today, but I'm giving him a day off at the pool too. You know, after a couple days, it just seems to get so tiring. But I will try to get everybody in today. I just wanted to throw that out there real quick. So I'm not hiding anything, tell y'all what I got. And I'll just get to cleaning, and I'll show you guys tuna salad here in just a few minutes. So all that was 2 cans of tuna, some garlic and onion powder. He is being excited. Some celery and a boiled egg and some sweet relish and mayonnaise, the homemade mayonnaise. That is key. It is so good. And that's it. And I have some of these crackers. We're gonna eat it with these, and then some romaine lettuce. That's it. That's lunch. Okay, I'm gonna make some peanut butter cookies real quick for dessert. I know I didn't show you Luke at all any today. The girls are still gone with my mom. She in fact came and picked up Katie and Theo, so Luke has quiet time, and then Charles came home. The day has just gotten away from me, so you guys aren't really seeing anybody. I apologize, that's just kind of how it went. But I'm gonna go on and make these peanut butter cookies for dessert, but I'm gonna triple the recipe so that I've got some for the freezer too. So let's make those up real quick. Come here, Luke, I need your help. I am not smart enough and I need your help. Come here. Pause it. Come here, real quick. Mommy wants to make triple this peanut butter cookies. Triple, that means what? Times what?
I don't know.
Times 3. So if I want to triple this, how many? It says 3/4 cup flour. How many do I need if I want to triple it?
You need 0.75.
No, I need 3/4 a cup.
You need 3/4 a cup?
Yes.
You mean 0.75 cups?
No. If I have 3/4 a cup, but I need to triple it, what do I get? What's 3/4 times 3?
3/4
times 3.
You don't. You will need. You will need 9/12 or 2.25 cups flour.
Very good. And I need 1 teaspoon of baking soda, but I need to make 3 batches. How many do I need?
You'll need 3.
Very good. 1/4 teaspoon of salt. How many will I need to make 3?
Well, 1.70, 3.5, 5. You'll need 5.25. So that.
No, 1/4 a teaspoon of salt times 3 is what?
That. Oh, it's going to be. It's 0.75.
Thank you. If I have 1 cup of peanut butter, but I'm making 3, how many do I need?
You'll need 3 of them.
And what about the brown sugar?
3.
3 cups. Very good. Says 1/4 cup of almond milk, but I want to make 3 of them. So how many do I need?
You need 0.75
Cups of almond milk. Perfect. Give me 5. Oh,
That's enough.
that's it. That's all I needed your help with. Thank you. Now I can go make it.
Oh.
You're the smartest kid ever.
Oh, but can you give me a message
Yes. What message would you like me to give
to
you?
this video?
What would you like me to
Yeah,
say to your
to this-
video?
You need to type this.
There you have it, math with Luke. So, yes, he didn't really understand the tripling, but he knows the numbers. He knows the math. Okay, so you're going to start off with your flour. And I'll put the recipe for this in the description box down below, but I will give you the single instead of the tripled version. And then some baking soda.
If I could hear my father's voice, he would tell me to move on.
Your salt.
Say I'll be just fine. Yeah, he would tell me we have time to laugh and
Peanut
time
butter.
to heal. Our favorite song is on repeat. Drinking wine until the dawn, knowing soon we'll be back home. Ooh.
Brown sugar. Yes, I made a mess. I always make a mess. Almond milk. Or you could use regular milk. Vanilla and cinnamon. And then just stir it up. Of course, I always end up using my hands because those are the best mixers.
Something in the atmosphere. You always hear, you always hear. Time to laugh and time to heal. My favorite song is on repeat.
And then you're just going to roll them and use your fork to just make your regular peanut butter cookies. Now I'm going to move on to the dinner. So this is hamburger meat and an egg, quite a bit of onion powder, and then a little bit of garlic powder. I did not measure any of this. Some breadcrumbs. A little squirt of mustard. A little bit of milk. And then just blend and mix all that up with your hands. And then I heated a frying pan with a little bit of olive oil and formed into balls and then just slightly flattened so that they're really thick patties and small. But I didn't want them to be round like a meatball. And then I'm just going to cook those until they're nice and brown on each side. Oh, and I forgot I sprinkled a little bit of seasoning salt on the top as well. And then while that was cooking, I took my puff pastry and unfolded it and then rolled it with my rolling pin. And then I cut it into 6 squares. Well, I guess rectangles. And then I went to start the onions. So I heated some butter and a little bit of red wine in a pan. And then I added to that some chopped onion and a little minced garlic. And just let that cook until that all cooks down. So it's nice and sauteed and full of flavor. Oh, and I almost forgot. I used truffle salt. That has like a mushroom flavor to it. But you could use regular salt if you want. And then I put some of the onion mixture down first. And then one of the burger patties on top of the onions. And then I took each corner and folded it up, and then pinch all of your seams, but put it seam side down in your pan or baking sheet. And just repeat that with all of them. Then I made an egg wash with 1 egg and a tablespoon of milk. And brush the top of each roll with egg wash. And then onto the gravy. I used a brown gravy packet mix and a little bit of beef broth in the same pot or pan that I had browned the meat in. Make sure you scrape all the little bits off. And then as that thickens, just add more beef stock as needed. If you had any leftover onion or the butter and wine sauce, then that would be good to add that in as well.
I imagine you right here with me. Words are spoken. I imagine you right here with me.
And then onto the mashed potatoes. I just put in the boiled potatoes, a stick of butter, some cream cheese, salt and pepper, a splash of milk, and then mix it all up. And then to finish it, I just used a little seasoning salt. Okay, you guys, I told you I wasn't going to tell him, and I am telling him. And what is he doing? He's digging out the 5 things out of the box that I put in and said, maybe someday. See? I try to be sneaky, but I can't be sneaky, so I have to tell him. And he takes it.
There's no sense in getting rid of something. You're just going to buy again.
So secret to plea.
But
I have to get rid of 10 things a day without him knowing.
I'm all for getting rid of this.
I'm gonna hit you with it.
That's abuse.
I'm gonna tell you what.
But Theo could so read this Hello Kitty book, even though I'm not a Hello Kitty book fan.
Honey, but we have 50 million books. I will do it. You can't know what I'm getting rid of anymore.
But I will.
Alright, it's time for dinner. Okay, so here is dinner. These are the little hamburgers. I ended up not doing beef Wellington. I ended up just doing like a burger onion thing. And then we'll pour gravy over top. So I guess maybe like a Salisbury steak in a pocket. And then there's mashed potatoes, corn and green beans, some watermelon. I think there's a couple strawberries in there. The cookies, and then some vegetarian meatballs. Now, I will have Charles cut into one of these so you guys can see what it looks like inside. Okay, Charles is gonna cut into it. Let's go see what the inside looks like. So just kind of like a burger inside of a wrap. All right, I'll let you guys know how it is. Okay, so I'm gonna call them Salisbury steaks in a pocket. And they turned out fabulous. I definitely will do that recipe again and again. They're wonderful. I should have some to freeze since the girls are mostly gonna eat the vegetarian meatballs. So big thumbs up, and I'll see all of you tomorrow for another full day of meals and spend the day with us. Bye, everybody.